Hello students, I'm Dr. Sudhakar here. I'm here to deliver a bridge course on transformation from your student to scholar. I'm sure many of you would have just completed your schooling, getting into higher education. The way how you were learning when you were there at school and the way how you are supposed to be learning when you are there in higher education requires a complete transformation. The way how you have learned in the school just by following the syllabus notes and then appearing for the examination, finally getting a grade, it's not going to be sufficient for you when you're pursuing a higher education, because the need after completing the higher education is completely different. You may be finding an employment in an organization, or you may be starting up your own enterprise. So the kind of knowledge and skill what is required by an organization, or even for you to start up your own enterprise, is really exceptional. So there is a change of attitude towards learning is required. Hence, this particular bridge course on transformation from a student to scholar has been planned. In order to understand the difference between student and a scholar, I have listed a definition here. Students are typically defined as individuals like you all, who is actually pursuing Bachelor of Hotel Management or a diploma in hotel management, and you are learning at a particular school. For example, you are learning in the School of Professional Studies, Department of Hospitality Management and Catering Technology, or in a teaching environment. So in the teaching environment, what happens? There is a student, there is a teacher, and there is a learning content which needs to be covered. So most of the times, the emphasis of the student is just to attend the class, memorize, attend the examination, get the degree or a diploma, which is not actually sufficient to be successful after completing your academic program. You require more knowledge, you require more skill, and also you require more attitude in order to be successful in any of your endeavors after completing your academic program at Garden City University. When it comes to a scholar is concerned, he or she is a learned person and exhibited accelerated learning competencies. When I talk about accelerated learning competencies, he or she has shown a keen interest towards learning a particular skill or a particular knowledge, or learning a particular practice which are there in the industry. Merely memorizing is different, but showing an extra interest in learning a particular knowledge or skill or a particular practice in the industry is different. So when you're showing an enhanced learning competency, definitely in terms of the acquisition of the knowledge, or in terms of development of the skills, tends to be higher. So what happens when your learning competency is higher, your knowledge, your skill tends to be higher, which helps you to be the best in terms of knowledge or a skill on a particular discipline. Let's take an example. If you're a student who is pursuing a Bachelor of Hotel Management, and if you're going to think that I'm going to pursue in culinary, you will know each and everything about culinary, right? From fruits, vegetables, meat, cooking techniques, the method of preparation, and the method of presentation. Also, you will know about costing, standardized recipe, everything. So you name anything, like you should be in a position to answer, not just answer. Also, you should be in a position to demonstrate the knowledge, which helps you to differentiate yourself from other students who are just learning a particular course and completing a particular degree or a diploma. So it is very important that during this initial phase itself, you have to understand the importance of having high learning competencies. So if your faculty members are going to discuss a particular concept, it is not necessary that like you have to stick on to the points what was discussed in the concept. You should be in a position to relate to the day-to-day life. You should be in a position to relate to the industry examples, which helps you actually like to enhance the output of the knowledge or the skill which you may gain from a particular concept. So you need to show an enhanced learning competencies in order to acquire high knowledge or high skill, which will help you to become as a master in your trend. You could be a master in culinary, you could be master in F&B service, or you could be master in front office, or you could be in housekeeping. So being a master gives you a unique image for yourself. When you're going and sitting for an interview, when compared to a student who is just actually repeats what is already there in that textbook, if you are able to give a lot of industry examples, if you are able to showcase some sort of innovation and creativity, what you have created after learning a particular concept, that creates a unique image for you yourself. So in the interview, the chances of you getting selected tends to be higher when compared to a student who have just learned and just got a degree or a diploma. So the concept of student and a scholar is very much clear. Students are someone who have got a focused learning in a teaching environment. They just appear for classes, they participate in the assessment, finally they get the grades. But whereas a scholar is a person who showcases an increased attitude towards learning, who showcases an active participation in various endeavors of the faculty members or by the department, through which it helps them to develop highest knowledge, highest skill, finally becoming as a master in a particular discipline. I hope the definition is very clear between student and a scholar. So what I have done to make it very interesting, I have listed down the difference between student and scholar based on a certain characteristics, based on a certain behavior. For example, if you are a student, you learn only from the syllabus. As I told you, you will be thinking about, if I'm studying BHM or DHM, this many number of courses are there, this is the prescribed syllabus, these are the number of units are there, and under the unit, these are the subunits are there, you will learn only from that. But if you're having a mindset of a scholar, you will learn from different learning resources. For example, when I studied my BSc Hotel and Catering Management, apart from learning from the handouts which is given by the faculty member, I used to refer 4 5 books. I used to refer different magazines, and also I used to read a lot of newspaper which are related to a particular course, which actually helped me to have the best knowledge which I can able to learn from a particular subject. So instead of just learning from the syllabus, you will have to learn apart from the syllabus based on the concepts which are available in different learning resources. The best way to go about is, do not just stick on only to the handouts. Browse in the internet, go to various online journals, go to various magazines, or read through some of the newspaper, which helps you actually to enhance the knowledge which you can gain from a particular course. The second characteristics between a student and a scholar is, most of the students focus on completion of the degree. See, if you look at in India, the number of graduates passing out from the higher education, it goes in lakhs. If you are just going to have a degree, the competition tends to be very, very higher. For one job, there are going to be 100 applicants. So having a degree is basically like a passport to actually travel out of the country, but it does not guarantee you the permit to enter a particular country. The same way, having a degree may get you an opportunity to attend the interview, but it does not guarantee you the job. So instead of focusing on just the completion of the degree, you should focus on achieving excellence in a particular skill or a knowledge, which helps you to differentiate the way how you answer for the questions when the interviewer asks. The way how you actually demonstrate your skill when you are joining in the organization tends to be different. So instead of focusing on a degree, you should focus on achieving excellence in particular skill and knowledge. So most of the students, I'm sure you would definitely agree, even when I joined, like I had a thought in my mind, I have to complete my BSc degree. But later on, I have realized that completing the degree is not going to guarantee me any kind of employment. I should focus on achieving excellence in the skill and the knowledge, which actually help me to crack the final year campus recruitment and to get selected as a hotel operation trainee. Most of my classmates who had just focused on a degree, they did not land up in the job they had dreamed. They did not land up in the designation they actually wanted. They did not land up in the salary which they actually wanted. It is because what differentiated myself to my classmate is the highest skill and the knowledge which I had, which actually impressed the interviewer, which made them like to give me a better designation instead of an entry-level designation. And also it made the interviewer to give me a better salary when compared to the salary which is provided to my classmates. So you shouldn't focus on just a degree. You should focus on achieving excellence in a particular skill or a knowledge. The other characteristic between a student and a scholar is, most of the students involved in memorization of the concepts. See, memorization of the concept may help you to get 100 out of 100 in your examination, but it does not help you in applying in day-to-day life. It's not going to help you to have a knowledge which is not possible for you to apply in your professional organization. So instead of just memorizing the concept, you have to understand the concept and you have to analyze the concept. For example, if you are preparing a particular dish, you'll have to understand why these ingredients are required. What is the role of the spice? What is the role of the herb? Why these vegetables are required? Why can't some other vegetables be used? Why can't the method of preparation, instead of a steaming method, why can't we go for a roasting method? So you'll have to analyze, and once you analyze, you'll able to apply the analyzation, which helps you to see which one is possible, which one is not possible, which is working out, which is not working out. Actually, it helps you to create the new product and services. That is what actually required in the industry. If they want someone like who actually like does things which is already programmed, your robot should be sufficient for them to have an employee. They really do not require a human being as an employee. So you as a student, instead of just memorizing the concepts, which is also required, but you'll have to understand the nitty-gritties of the concept. You will have to analyze the concept, and also you should able to apply, you should able to evaluate what will work, what will not work, and you should be in a position to create something new out of the knowledge which you have learned from your particular course. So the scholar focuses on understanding, analyzing, applying, evaluating, and creates from the concept. Other important characteristics when it comes to the difference between a student and a scholar: practices superficial learning. It's one of the most important characteristics of a student, but it does not help to gain any kind of in-depth knowledge or skills, which is actually not sufficient for you to be a master of your trade. So you'll have to practice in-depth learning. For example, let's take an example. If you are reading a wine bottle, you should be knowing about right from how the wine is manufactured, how it is aged, how the alcoholic process happens, how the fermentation happens, how do they bottle the wine, how do they brand the wine, and what are the information which is provided in the wine label, what should be the storage temperature, how the wine need to be served, what are the questions which may be asked by the guests when they are ordering for a wine bottle in a restaurant. So instead of just knowing the name of the wine bottle, or instead of knowing the type of wine, if you are having all the information which I have listed just before, you are actually practicing in-depth learning. So you will have to practice in-depth learning so that any kind of question related to the wine bottle you'll be able to answer, because you are the master, you know everything, which helps you actually like to create a great customer service, which results in the best performance, which also facilitates you for great growth and development within the organization. Other characteristic of a student is focus on replication and reproduction. So I have seen most of the students actually like they just copy what has been already told, they just replicate, which is not required. I'm sure you all will agree. If I'm going to feed you with idli 7 days in a week, you will get bored, right? The same way, even if you look at in the industry, customers wants a lot of choices. They require a lot of innovation. They require a lot of creativity. So if you are someone who only knows what has been already taught, who only knows what is only known as a knowledge, definitely it's going to be very difficult for you to involve in any kind of new creation. So industry like us, wherein we are focusing on customer retention, when a customer is coming back again and again, we should be basically like amazing the customer with the new products, new services, through which the customers are completely delighted to come back to the hotel again and again, instead of coming back and trying the same food, same beverage, same set of service. So the aspiring student should have focus on creating a new creation. So the best way to do is, after you complete your practicals, when you go back home, so instead of following a standard recipe what was taught in the college, you should be able to create some sort of modified version, which helps you to create a new product, or also it helps you to create the new skill which may be required in the organization. The other characteristic between a student and a scholar is, most of the student learns, writes in the examination, and forgets. I'm sure all of you would agree. If I ask you what you read during your 6th standard or 7th standard, you may not be remembering, because we did not place more emphasis on understanding. We did not place emphasis on analyzing or applying or evaluating or creating. So if you're just going to read, write, and forget, just imagine what will happen after you join in the industry after 5 years, after 10 years. Definitely, you will be considered as an outdated product, because the knowledge what you're going to gain in the next 4 years or next 3 years, it's going to be there for your lifetime. So you cannot be just thinking of pursuing the BHM course or DHM course again. So you should able to remember, and also you should able to recall, you should able to revise, and you should able to recreate it, through which you are always up to date when it comes to the knowledge is concerned. So this is also one of the characteristics of a particular scholar. And the most important mistake, the most usual mistake, I would say, what people would do is uses already existing information. What they do is, my class teacher has given me this notes, let me use only that. This recipe is available in the internet, let me use follow that. So if you're going to use only the already existing information, how are you going to become as a master? How are you going to try something new? So instead of replicating, instead of reusing the same information which is already there, you should able to search for new information, or you should be in a position to create new information. For example, if it is a winter season, you should know, instead of just tea and coffee, is there any kind of beverages which could be created, which helps you to have the best information in your particular discipline. So other characteristics between a student and a scholar, most of the students, like faculty members, needs to pressurize them, learn. If you are going to be a supervised learner, your learning tends to be very, very limited. So do not expect somebody to come and spoon feed you to learn about a particular concept. Instead of having a supervised learning, you should have an independent learning. You should know, you have selected a BHM course, DHM course, you should know what are the courses you're going to learn. You should know the trends which are there in the industry. You should know what are the career opportunities are available after completing this course. You should know what you are lacking at, and you should have a strategy in order to have your own learning. If you're going to be focusing on supervised learning, you may be spending 9 to 4 at Garden City University, but that sufficient is very, very limited. It may not be helpful for you to develop an in-depth knowledge or skills which is required for the industry. So change your mindset from being a supervised learner to an independent learner. An independent learner is someone who does not need any kind of push, who does not need any kind of directions. He himself, she himself, like starts taking initiatives, learns various aspects through which they become a master in their field. The other characteristics between a student and scholars qualifies in a particular course or a program. For example, as I told you, in a semester, if you are having 4 subjects, you may be qualifying in a subject. It does not mean that you are master in the subject, or it does not mean that you are you have successfully cleared the subject which is required for the industry. So instead of just qualifying in a particular course or a program like a BHM or a DHM, you should become as a master in that course. So when they are awarding you the degree or a diploma, you should feel confident that I am worth getting this particular degree. I'm worth getting this particular diploma because I have the required knowledge, skill which is required for this particular discipline. So what is the need for transformation from a student to a scholar? As I clearly explained in the beginning, you will able to achieve excellence in knowledge and skills. You will not be someone learning like your school children to just to attend the examination in order to get the grades. Rather, you will focus on excellence in knowledge and skill. You'll become a master in your trade. That's very, very important. Nowadays, people want masters. They do not want trainees. It is because masters are someone who can able to start the work right from the day one, but trainees are someone who require constant monitoring. They require constant learning and development programs in order to make them qualified to do a particular activity in the organization. So if you are having a scholar mindset, you can become like a master in your trade. The other important need is you will have the ability to apply, you will have the ability to evolve it, create new knowledge and skills which is in need of the industry. If you look at it in the hospitality industry, the people who are already in the industry, they do not have much of time or energy to gain new knowledge. They simply follow the standard operating procedure and they provide the service to the guests and the day ends. But if you are a budding student and if you are able to create a new knowledge and skill, and after going to the industry also, if you are able to spend some time to create new knowledge and skills, definitely you will be able to create an image for yourself in the industry. The other advantage will be achieving independence in learning. You will not be dependent on someone that they are supposed to teach you, then only you learn. Giving the advantage of technology, you can learn anything and everything on your own. The reason why you are coming to Garden City University is not just about learning. You are actually coming here to have a collaborative learning. You'll able to share the experiences. So instead of just focusing on learning from what is being taught by the faculty members, you should focus on achieving independence in learning. That is very, very essential. And also, it helps you to have enhanced innovation and creativity. As I told you before, you are not going to be someone who is just going to read what is going to be the syllabus and appear for the examination. You are going to be someone who is going to evolve it. You are going to be someone who is going to create new knowledge and skill, which helps you to have enhanced innovation and creativity skills. Finally, it also helps you for your continuous growth and development, because all of us, including me, we want growth and development from year on year on onwards. We do not want to be stuck up in a particular designation, particular salary. So when we need a growth and development, we should be a master in our field. We should able to showcase an excellent knowledge and skills. So what are going to be the expected outcome from being a scholar? You'll able to have better placements, because as I told you, you can clearly distinguish yourself from other students who are just appearing for an interview. You'll able to showcase the exceptional knowledge skill which you have acquired by following a scholar way of learning. You will able to have excellent career opportunities. You will able to have better career opportunities when compared to someone who will just focus on a degree or a diploma. Most importantly, you will have a lot of confidence. See, when you're going for an interview or when you're working in an organization, when you're not having sufficient knowledge and skills, always there is a sense of insecurity which is there in you, which will not let you to work efficiently. So, but if you're like having a scholar mindset, if you're having an exceptional knowledge and skill, it helps you to achieve an excellent confidence. In turn, it helps you to have excellence when it comes to your work is concerned. Achieving quality and efficiency in the work, most of the people who are having limited knowledge or skill, they'll land up making mistakes, which actually causes a lot of troubles when you go to your workplace. The guests would complain, the other employees will complain. So they'll be closely monitoring you for 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. After that, if your quality and efficiency is not achieved, finally it may have a negative impact on your employment with the organization. It could be hotels may be terminating you from the employment itself. So in order to achieve quality and efficiency, you need to have a scholastic mindset towards learning. Ease of differentiation, as I told you all before, a student is someone who is a program learner, who is a supervised learner, but you are someone who are going to have an exceptional knowledge and skill, which actually helps you to differentiate from other people who are of your particular batch. And also it helps you to achieve faster career growth. If you are someone who is projecting an excellent knowledge and skill, and if you're a fast track learner and a performer, it helps you to get promoted faster and then reach the highest designation in the organization. These are some of the expected outcome from being a scholar. So in today's bridge course, we have understood the difference between a student and a scholar, and what sort of mindset which actually help you, and why it is required, and what's going to be the expected outcome. There is going to be an assessment which will be shared in the Google form as well as in the JRMS portal. Kindly take up the assessment to check your understanding on this particular course. I hope you have enjoyed this particular course, and I hope all of you will change your mindset from being a student to a scholar, so that you can learn better, you can able to have a successful and a happy career in the near future. Have a great day and stay safe. Dr. Sudhakar signing out. Bye-bye.